Well. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the Huddle. I am so excited to see you all. I am so happy. I hope that you are very great today. Hope that you had a wonderful event, a day, a entire weekend. Oh man, it is so good to see the Huddle fans again. Yes, indeed. Listen, so I'm so happy. We have a great show tonight. And I'm telling you, you might as well, as always, share with your friends, share with everybody because it is getting ready to be on and popping. Yes, indeed. Yo, okay, so hello. Chantel, hello. Good to see you. Good evening to you as well. I'm so happy to see you. I know that you had a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just thrilled to have you all here tonight, today with us. Again, this is an amazing day. Welcome to the Huddle. This is a space for truth, love, and fun. All right, truth, love, and fun. I am so excited. I am your host, Michael Fulton. And yo, let's get it. As always, we have something spectacular. And to those of you who are not on Facebook, definitely check this out. Remember, we are on YouTube as well. So all you have to do is type in the Huddle with Michael. Yes, the Huddle with Michael, and you are in there. Do not forget to like, share, and definitely subscribe so you can be able to have the notifications on when we are live. Absolutely. So we are thrilled, we are excited, and we're just excited today. Absolutely. So listen, y'all, as you know, our entire month to this month is special. We have some great people that are getting ready to be on board. And before we talk about it, let's talk about when our next episode will be. All right, pay attention to your screen and you will see when it will be. All right, so yes, we will be live again on Friday, October the 17th, 2025 on YouTube and Facebook. Yes, we will be live again. So we're excited to be in this space. And listen, without any further delay, I want to talk to you all about what we're doing this month. This month, y'all, it is all about the barbershop. The barbershop. Absolutely. We are so excited to have with us some great barbers who are going to give us insight about the world of the barbershop. And we're going to dig deep into this so you do not want to miss it. And of course, Huddle fans, you know this is the opportunity where you are able to ask questions, to respond to our guests, and make them feel welcome. All right, so without any further delay, I want to bring on the stage my boys, my friends, my friends, the ones who keep your boy haircut. Okay, here it is. We're getting ready to put them on, and so please welcome to the stage none other than Chris and Beezy. Chris and Beezy. Yo, what's up, Chris and BZ? I think y'all are muted, so unmute your mic on your end.
What's up, Mike? Can you hear us now?
Absolutely. What's up? Good to see you, y'all. That's BZ, and that is Chris.
What's
All right.
going on?
What's going on? What's going on? Fellas, if you would please be so kind. We're so happy that you are. We know that you're busy. We do know that. And we're glad that you were able to find this time to share with the Huddle fans and around the world of the barbershop. In every community that we have, there is someone making men look good. And so, with that being said, we want you, Chris, you to introduce yourself, and then BZ introduce yourself as well.
All right, good afternoon. How y'all doing? My name is Chris Short. I am the owner of Billionaires Barbershop, as well as York Street Community Living, which is an assisted home facility where we help individuals re-entering back into society. And I also am the founder of the Faded Forward program, where we help individuals um, aging out of foster care, find a career path in the barbering industry, and find a way to self sufficiency and protect them from homelessness.
Bet BZ Blends, that's what everyone calls me. Been here with Billionaires for about 6 years. So I'm just a man that likes cutting hair.
Absolutely, BZ. That's what we do. We are excited, y'all. We're excited. Now, listen, we have some fans up in here already, and they want to say hello to you guys. So let me give some space here to our Huddle fans. All right, here we have Felicia. Felicia says, "Good evening. That is my wife. Baby, I love you. Love you so much."
Good
Hey,
How you
evening.
doing,
How you
Felicia? How you
doing?
doing?
absolutely. Then we have here, oh, Miss Joy is on. Hi, Miss Joy. Good evening to you as well.
What's up, Miss Joy?
Good evening, Miss
Then we
Joy.
have, okay, Tiffany Short.
Oh, that's my boo right
What up, Tiff?
there. What's up, Tim? How you doing, baby?
Tiff is in the house. For y'all who don't know, that is Mr. Chris' wife. She is the queen. All right. We're so happy to see her on today as well. Oh, look, look. Tiffany says, those are my boys. Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, let's go ahead and dive into this conversation because y'all have some great things that we are going to be discussing. And so, right off the bat, you are Chris. You are the owner of Billionaires Barbershop. Uh, could we talk a little bit more before we dig into our conversation? What caused you to even want to be a barber? And I am correct that you have more than one uh, billionaire barbershop. Is that correct?
Correct, correct, correct.
Yeah.
Um, it's a funny story, man. They say that your talents will make room for you, and God already has a plan for you initially. And starting out early in life, I went to college at A&T. I was a biology major, and my hopes was to graduate and become a doctor. I played football there, and some life events occurred, and my plans had changed. And luckily, my mom put me in barber school, and I learned how to cut. So in order to survive and be able to stay in school and maintain my scholarship, I had to go to the barbershop. That was the only way for it to work. And I fell in love from there. Like just my talents erupted. It was came natural to me. And just through my experiences and my natural entrepreneurial drive led me to creating Billionaires Barbershop. Billionaires is a family-owned franchise, so I didn't do it all alone. My mom and my brothers, I have two brothers, Marcus and Justin Short. We all participated and came up with the idea and the standard, and created the brand that you see today.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Legend. Legend. Okay. Let's give definitely a round of applause on that. That's good. That's what I'm talking about. Man, thank God for moms, right? They're able to give us, the vision and try to help us to stay on that straight and narrow to make those right choices. And BZ, again, you've been barbering for, did you say 5 years?
Yeah, since what, 2017?
Longer than that,
Yeah, just not. Yeah, 2017.
about 8 years now, man.
Yeah, 8 years. 8 years in the
Eh,
industry. Yeah.
I watched this
Okay.
guy grow up.
Yeah. So, BZ, like, what is your story? Why did you become a barber?
Man, I'm gonna be honest, Mike. It was either this prison or the military. That was it. That was it. And shoot, I ended up meeting Chris, and man, thanks to him, I mean, I changed my whole life around. So thanks to Barbara, and I'm here where I am today. And I mean, it's
Good.
definitely thanks to Chris and billionaires and everyone that helped me along the way for sure.
Oh, man. Woo! I'm telling you, man, BZ, one thing is for sure. Everybody in life has a story, and we have the opportunity in the dash between the year that we're born until the time that we leave this earth. In that dash, we have the pen that we can recreate our narrative. And this is exactly what you've done, and exactly what Chris did, and exactly what I'm doing. I mean, so being a barber, man, that's so spectacular. I know for myself, I am not one. On purpose. But it is so good to dive in and to hear these gentlemen's story of how they came in to this magnificent gift. All right, y'all. So before we get inside of this direct that conversation, we have to have a commercial break. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. Hey, Huddle fans, got something on your mind? We want to hear from you. What topics are you craving? Email us, thehuddlewithmichael@gmail.com. Elevate your life vision. Thrive with us in the Huddle with Michael. We are live every other Friday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Michael Fulton's Facebook page. Email us your topics at thehuddlewithmichael@gmail.com. And yes, we'll see you in the huddle. Oh, man. Yo, we are back. We are back. And now we're getting ready to get into something that the Huddle fans love. Huddle fans love to talk, Huddle fans love to be engaged. And so here we're going to talk about the barbershop being a pillar of the community. Now, let's talk about the barbershop being a safe space. A safe space. Now, Chris and Beezy, a lot of people, say that the barbershop is like therapy. A lot of men say barbershop is like therapy. So, why do you think men feel safe opening up in the barbershop in ways they might not do elsewhere?
Um, you mind if I take that,
Yeah,
BG?
yeah, brother.
Well, it's been my experience that like-minded people tend to interact with one another in the barbershop. You tend to go to the barber that you respect, that you admire, or vice versa. Barbers are attracted to those types of clients. And so you already have a rapport with one another. And barbering is a very intimate situation. Like, that's the only time you're going to let anybody be within 6 inches of your face and actually touching you in your vulnerable places. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
who else better to trust? And I don't know what it is about the buzz of that clippers and laying back in that chair that just makes you want to talk. And we share stories both ways. I mean, there's a lot of times that I have clients that come and they open up to me, and I'm a good ear and I give great advice and whatnot. And there's days that I come in the barbershop and I need to unpack. And there's a few clients that are my wise counsel that I trust and that I ask advice to about a number of things: marriage, raising my kids. Sometimes it just checking to make sure that I made the right decision about something. You know what I mean? We bounce those things off of one another. And with the barbershop being such a diverse place, you get people from all walks of life. They're old, they're young, they're educated, they're not, you know what I mean? Different levels of education. Um, And so you get a broad perspective of what's going on. And then just as men, all men, we all go through the same things. Just it's how we deal with them. You know what I mean? So it gives us a place to kind of just let things off our chest a little bit, man. And
Mhm.
I know I've greatly appreciated a lot of my customers for just being a good ear to me sometimes. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's a great place, great thing that happens.
Well, it is definitely a safe space where we're able as men to just let our hat down. Those who have let our hair down, a hat down, however you want to put it. And I know for sometimes, BZ and Chris, um, y'all have caught me sleeping almost, almost snoring.
Mm-hmm.
So, so my thing
About to
is,
chill a little.
and you have to say, hey, come on over this side, put your head back up. So,
Uh-huh.
it's something about the razor. It's something about being still and being, as we would say, at peace with our in our brotherhood community. Yeah, absolutely. And dealing with that, let's talk about the emotional support that you mentioned. You referenced that many times your clients and BZ, even your clients, have this opportunity to help each other in the time that they are dealing with things. And we are definitely understanding that men, we deal with a lot, right? We deal with a lot, internal, external, all of these things. So here's my question, can you share a time when the barbershop felt like more than just a haircut, maybe a place of healing and encouragement? Either one of you can answer this. Was there a time when you thought that the barbershop was like, man, it turned into a healing place where we just having this discussion about football, about basketball, and then all of a sudden it shifted to, man, I'm glad I came to.
Oh, listen, absolutely, man. I remember a time when we have 5 locations, and one of our locations is on New Bern Avenue. And although most of our shops are very culturally diverse, our New Bern Avenue shop is a predominantly African American shop. And we were just talking in there, and we were having a discussion about fatherhood and raising our sons. I was a single dad. The barber that was cutting next to me, Nate, he's a father. You know what I mean? He has a wife, but also has a son outside of the home. And we were just talking about all those different dynamics and how we handle things and why it's important us that we spend time with our kids and that we go to football games and that we train. You know what I mean? And discipline and all those different things. Just about being a father. And there was another gentleman. He was an older gentleman. He was older than both Nate and I. And he was like, man, I wasn't even planning on coming to get a haircut today, but my nephew wanted one. I brought him. And he was like, man, I'm glad I came because he was dealing with some issues with his stepson that he had and trying to build that relationship and build a connection and so forth and so on. And the conversation that we had kind of shined some light on a different way for him to go about it and why it was important for him to not give up hope and to reach and try harder to build a relationship with the young man because it was necessary. And we all need um, that male figure in our lives. And sometimes we push it away, but it's not because we don't want it, but it's because we're hurting and we don't know how to receive it. We don't know how to receive that love that someone's trying to give to us. And it just takes somebody a little bit more effort to reach us sometimes. And so that was really powerful for me that day when he stood up and said it because like he was quiet, he didn't partake in the conversation, he just listened. And before he left, he was like, "Listen, man, what you guys are doing here is amazing, man." He was like, "I really needed to hear this." So I mean, that was like one of the moments that really stood out to me in my career. Yeah.
That's what's up. I mean, really, and BZ, have you ever encountered where it seemed like, while you're cutting hair, there is a moment of encouragement where you were lifted up or you lifted up one of your clients?
Man, it's like sometimes I be feeling like it just be happening every day, cause
Mhm.
every day people going through something, or you going through something yourself outside of the shop, and I mean, there's been times where, I thought I was having a bad day because, me and my girl arguing, or, I got bills coming in. I got to make sure I get to this money and stuff like that. And man,
Right.
I had a client come in, lost his wife and his mama in the same week, you know,
Yeah.
and just for him to feel comfortable telling me that and really get into a good conversation with him and actually bring some positivity for him, as well as him giving positivity back, because I'm like, if this guy can maintain through all the stuff he going through, I can get through my situation,
Mhm.
and that's just my one of many moments uh,
Mhm.
that I have in the barbershop.
Man, I'm telling you, this is really, really powerful because we are getting insight of how the barbershop is a pillar. It is a pillar for man. For men, it is a pillar for the community. All types, I mean, every person is dealing with something, and to be able to, you know, speak an encouraging word. I Let me tell you, if y'all have not been into Billionaires Barbershop, let me just go ahead and plug this in. I'm gonna do this just because I love going there. First of all, when you walk in, the first thing that they do, okay, the first thing that they do, they say hello to you. Second thing that hits you, which is the first thing that hits you, is that they have the place smelling good. I'm telling you, the scent is amazing. And then their welcoming adds to the scent such a wonderful attraction. And it makes everyone, even the little kids, excited to be there. They give great detail. And this is the way that we talk about when we say emotional support. Most of the time, as men, we keep everything inside. And, that's healthy sometimes, but at the same time, it is so good that we have a community of fellas that we can be able to pour out to and also to pour into. Sometimes we just needed someone to listen. you know and so listen, let me help and holler at everybody here. We got Carla in here. Good evening to you, Carla.
What's good? What's good?
What's up, Carla?
Oh man. Felicia says she loved that. She loved what both of you said concerning helping each other, helping people with healing and restoration. We got Tiffany. She said the barbershop is a safe and healing space. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ooh, man. Let's keep going here, y'all. This is good. All right, now, Beezy, I'm gonna give you this one right here. I'm gonna give you this one right here. Confidence and appearance. Now, y'all see, y'all now listen. Confidence and appearance. So, Beezy, let me go ahead and put this out here to the audience. So, y'all, I have the privilege of getting my hair cut with both of these gentlemen. Both of these gentlemen, they cut my hair. And at times, when I can't get to one, the other comes. The other end is available, and sometimes both of them are there. And Beezy and Chris, they are so funny, y'all. Beezy be like, "Yo, Chris, you see how I'm cutting Mike's hair, right? I got him straight. I got him." And then Chris be like,
He
"Yo,
does know
okay,
that
Beezy,
though.
but check this out. Today I got him, and what's up?" So, y'all, we be
Yeah,
having fun up in there.
All day.
yeah,
And,
he
and
knows who
y'all
cuts
know
better.
I can't really laugh that much because they cut my hair and I want to be still. But I'm telling you, sometimes it is so hilarious. So, BZ, here's the question for you, my friend. How does a fresh cut affect how you walk out into the world? Like when you give brothers, fellas, their fresh cut, initially when they sit down, sometimes they're not standing up right. You know what I mean? You can tell the
Right,
difference
right.
about them. So tell us your experience about that. Like when you give a person a fresh cut, how do they walk out? How do they leave the shop?
Man,
Tell them about drop top.
I got this one client. He pulls up in his
Uh
convertible up, nothing. I put in, my work, God's work, and have him feeling fly. He gets out, sprays a little bit of the cologne that we have up in the shop. As soon as he gets in that car, drops the top. Drops the top. He don't care if it's raining, if it's cloudy, anytime. He dropping the top. But I mean, just
got to
like
see it.
just like you might like the confidence that after I cut you compared to Chris, you out here saucing, hitting the salsa on the way out of here. You feeling good, real clean, real clean. But it also just helps just brighten the mood, like feeling your best version of yourself whenever you're giving people these haircuts and really making them feel valued and being able to be acceptable, because some people in this world that we live in, they're gonna look at you crazy if you don't look like you have a decent cut, like you have a good style to yourself. Might be frowned upon out here, but being able to have the ability to really have a client feel their best in just a whole different mood. They might be even more talkative right before you about to get them out the chair. Now they want to start the conversation, you know. But that's how I like
You're
to
right.
see it.
I mean, listen, here in the audience, Carla said that she gonna have to come out and check y'all out. She gonna have to come and visit.
For sure. We
Now,
always here 7 days a week.
so, Beezy, put a little bit more power to it. Beezy, say how,
7 days
how
a
many
week.
days?
7 days a week, just sit with your
7
chest.
days a week. We're here for you.
Yeah, we the hardest working barbershop in America. what does it say? 25/8. You know what I'm saying?
25A. 25A.
Yep.
Listen, now Carla is my sister, y'all, and I'm telling you now, where she's from, the barber. I mean, he really hooks her up. So for her to come down to see y'all, Carla, and she already seen my haircut, so she already know. So yeah, she about to get that. Yeah. So when she come, definitely. Tiffany says instant confident booster. Absolutely right. Absolutely. Carla, see, Carla is all up in here. Carla says, y'all got that man feeling like Mr. GQ.
That part.
Felicia says, I can confirm. Oh, baby. Yeah. So my wife says, I can confirm he feels really confident after a fresh cut. LOL.
And that's what we want at the end of the day, man. Our goal, we don't cut for the money. At least we don't cut for the money at all, man. It's for the satisfaction. It's that smile when you turn that client around in the mirror and they get the grinning a little bit, like like when you can tell they know they look good. I mean, I cut for the compliments, man. I love getting that text. 15, 20 minutes later, and they're like, man, I just walked over to the gas station and 3 people asked me where I got my hair cut at. Like, those are the things that, really make being a barber worth it. At the end of the day, is the satisfaction of that customer and way you boost their confidence. And just change their walk, man. We call it a bad haircut can knock the cool out your walk. That's what we tell them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get a bad knock the cool out your wall. You can't even, no matter how attractive you think you are, let that line get crooked a little bit. You know what I mean? And so that's why that's why I feel like the barbershop has value and it has, we charge what we be able to charge. It's because of the consistency. And like you said, our model here at Billionaires is, I want you to be able to sit down in any chair and get the same haircut. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We're your barbershop. You know what I mean? You're not our client. You don't belong to me. You don't belong to Beezy. We belong to you, all right? You know what I'm saying? So
that's right. And that is so true. And ladies and gentlemen, I mean, yes, we are talking about the barbershop as a whole, but definitely in billionaires, I can directly say that every barber that works in billionaires, the two locations that I went to, uh, these 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 individuals, they can really cut well, and I'm very happy to know. Here's a question from Kenny. Kenny says hello to everyone. Kenny says, "Is there a shop in Fayetteville, North Carolina?"
No, we don't have one. Not yet.
There it
Not
is.
yet.
We still expanding.
Not yet, still expanding. All right. And Tiffany said there isn't a shop that's colder or cooler. And Kenny says, I would like to make an appointment before all my hair falls out. Lord.
Well, don't worry. If it does fall out, we can put it back up there. Don't worry. We do cranial prosthesis and all that. We can put it all the way back. Waves, flat tops, whatever. Even if you want dreadlocks, we can bring it back.
He's not lying. He's not lying.
Well, all right, Kenny, there you go. That's Pop. You can come on over to Carrie and make sure you get your hair. You gonna be fine.
Man,
All right.
you hooking them up.
Right. Listen, we're getting ready to go. We got to go. My team is telling me we got to go on a commercial break, but we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the role of the barber. So you all stick around. We'll be back in 30 seconds. See ya. Hey, Huddle fans, got something on your mind? We want to hear from you. What topics are you craving? Email us, thehuddlewithmichael@gmail.com. Elevate your life vision. Thrive with us in the Huddle with Michael. We are live every other Friday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Michael Fulton's Facebook page. Email us your topics at thehuddlewithmichael@gmail.com. And yes, we'll see you in the huddle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you so much. We are having fun here. People are just cracking up. Callers talking about, okay, man, weave. And Kitty says, good to hear. Hey, before we move on, where are, give us the exact location, if you can, of where your barbershop are located, if you can.
So currently, right now, we're in Cary and Harrison Avenue, off Harrison Avenue, 261 Grand Heights Drive, in the Harrison Point Shopping Center. And then our other locations, we have one in Crabtree next to H&M. We're in Triangle Town Center, right next to Champs on the first floor. We're on New Bern Avenue, in Tower Shopping Center. And we're in Midtown, behind the McDonald's off of 6 Force Road.
Man, woo! So, and pretty soon they will be all up and down the East Coast in Fayetteville directly. You know, we're speaking just billionaire status. That's what we're speaking. So we're excited. All right, y'all. So here we're going to talk about the role of a barber. Now I know many people say, "Well, Mike, I already know what the role of a barber is, to cut my hair." But there's more to it. As you can see, our two gentlemen are literally giving us great insight about it. So let's go with the conversation. Here we are. Do you think barbers are more than just service providers?
Absolutely. We need to.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why is that, BZ? Why do we say that barbers are more than just service providers?
Because I mean, to me, I mean, I feel like, I mean, the service is just the payment. Like really, like you said, just with everything as far as in just the customer service, the relationship you build with that person.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, I know guys I've been cutting for the last 8 years got two kids, a family now, and I knew them whenever they didn't have a job, didn't have a girl yet. Like, I done watched their whole life, and I feel like we a lot more. We big in the community.
Facts, facts. Well, let me ask you this. I know that we kind of touched bases on this, but this question is going to go in a deeper route. Have you seen barbers step into roles like mentors or community leaders?
Absolutely. So we had one of our mentees in today. One of our clients, a single mom. She brings her son in. He gets his hair cut. He's about, how old is he? 11.
Yeah, probably like
He's
11.
yeah, he's 11. Plays football. And she wants him to be around strong men.
Mm,
And so she drops him off for about 3 or 4 hours after school, and he helps sweep up and clean up around the barbershop. But we work on things. So when he comes and offers the water, it's not, do you want a water? It's, may I offer you a water? We're teaching them customer service and how to speak in environments like this, how to be professional. Cleaning, when he sweeps and he's cleaning, it's not just doing it, but do a good job. And then we have conversations. You know what I mean? Like today, I paid him. I gave him $20, and I was like, "Hey, man, look, this is today, but this is I give you this when you do a great job. You know what I mean? But if you don't do a great job, that means you was practicing, and when you practice, you don't get paid for practicing. You know what I mean? So if you want to get money, you make sure that you're giving your best effort, and it's just little things like that we do on a daily basis, not just with him, but with multiple people. And I mean, and realistically, I mean, I want to say this in front of everybody, man. Like, Beezy was probably one of my first mentees. And I'm super proud of the man that he has become at this point in juncture. I met him when he was an 18-year-old kid trying to figure life out and just doing a little bit of everything. And what I'm so proud of him is that he had options to go either way, and he made the right choice. He listened. He did the hard thing, um, and didn't follow behind friends. He did the hard thing and became different, and chose his own path. And now he's married. He's a homeowner, and I mean, making six figures. You know what I mean, from the barbershop. And so I'm super proud of the man he's becoming, man, and just overcoming fears and challenges and things every day, to the point where now he's mentoring and leading his friends. I think one of his friends now wants to become a barber because they've seen what it's done for him. And I think that that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Like I said, that's what makes being a barber and a shop owner all worth it, to be able to pass down, what was given to me. Somebody was my mentor at one time, which helped me get to this point. So it's grateful. I'm grateful and I have gratitude to be able to share and do it for someone else.
I got to take this moment because this moment that you shared, I can sense my emotions because to hear Beezy from where his story up until where he is now, and to see him being a great mentor to others, man, I mean, it is a transformation at best. And
Absolutely.
because of that, sometimes we count ourselves out because we may not have this degree, that degree, or whatever, but everybody is a leader. Somebody is watching you, and someone is saying, well, I admire this individual. The fact that you all are community leaders, mentors, you are brothers that really cares about the well-being of individuals. This is what we need in our society today. I mean, it is just phenomenal. BZ, I'm almost to the point of just saying, man, you could write a book. And Chris, you could write a book,
Wait,
yeah, about how your life has transformed. Because Sometimes when people see, you know, when people see men who are working and they're good at what they do, sometimes they don't think that they have a story of how they got there. And when you know that you have been through some things in life that has caused you to be, to do your purpose, to live in your purpose, to work in your purpose, nothing about your life is to be ashamed of. It is to be it is to be triumphed, it is to be shared, it is to be respected and honored with dignity. I'm just so thrilled right now. I am so thrilled. Whoo! I didn't know I was gonna go there, but that's what's up. Uh,
Yeah,
you
man.
and this is where Tiffany says BZ is a stand-up guy. We are so very proud of who he has become. It
Thank you,
BZ,
thank you.
people are shouting out your name, brother. I'm telling you, they're shouting out your
Yeah,
name.
yeah. Appreciate
And
it.
listen, and this is just the beginning though, Michael. Like I can see where with his drive and his work ethic and his influence that he has, and I mean, he has and he's what I call a generator of delight. You know what I mean? Because people just are attracted to him. The
Mhm.
blessings and the deals and all that stuff. He's not going to have to go looking for them. All he has to do is just keep working and keep doing what he's doing, and those things are going to automatically attract to him because he's infectious because of the amount of work and just the genuine person that he is. You know what I mean? You know that there's no ulterior motive or anything, but he just wants to be the best person version of himself. You know what I'm saying? And so he's definitely somebody that people can look up to and follow behind. And he's really the inspiration behind my wife and I starting the Faded Forward program. And our, like I said, our Faded Forward program is we're trying to provide housing and education for individuals, for young individuals, and pretty much giving them a 3 to 5 year plan on how to be busy at this point. Starting at 18 and by the age 25, you'll have a career, you'll have a skill, which then turns into the career in barbering. You'll have a stable place to stay, a vehicle, and you'll be self sufficient. And a lot of times, a lot of us are just lost because we don't have the mom, we don't have the dad, we don't have the plan or the direction to go in. So we want to be that direction. We want to be that mentor that points you in the right direction so that you can receive and reap the benefits of all the blessings that God has for you. You know what I mean? Because you're going about it in the right way. And I want and our program, we want to be able to take away some of those distractions like where am I going to live and how am I going to eat and so forth and so on. So right now we're working on writing grants and things like that. We already have a home set up, and we're just looking to get our funding together. You know what I'm saying? To be able to help these young individuals out. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Mm. I mean, y'all, this any we are just just amazed to know that the barbershop is more than just you getting your hair cut. And now our audience can definitely share with other people. Hey, fellas, my fellas that's on, and the ones that's going to be on later on, doing looking at the replay, y'all. Let's invest in our community. Let's invest in the people that are helping. And see, the thing about it is that everybody has a platform
Mm-hmm.
because your purpose is going to lead you to your platform, and it's not so much sometimes in a church setting. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about you being a great asset to society, and those gifts and those amazing talents are usable even if you come from a dark place. If you just There will be somebody in life that will connect you to the light, and then you
Absolutely.
just have to maintain that light, right? And once you do that, man, whoo, you everybody has battle scars because you got to prove that you can go through something. It may not. Whitney Houston said, "I was not built to break," but some
Mm,
things breaks us so that we can be put together again in a bountiful manner.
mm-hmm.
And that's the true way of getting your hair sharp, because you have to have stability, you have to have healing, you have to have a good attitude, you have to have you have to redirect yourself so that you can live in your purpose. That's what sharp is, right?
Mm,
When
that's
you
right.
have stability, you have healing, you have restoration, you have attitude, and you have purpose. That's the
Mm,
sharpness of your life.
mm.
Man, Beezy, what you got to say, man? Woo-wee.
He preaching over here, ain't
Yeah,
he?
nah,
And so I'm about to steal that,
he
Mike. I
going
hope you
in.
copyright
He
that.
going in.
I hope you copyright that. That's
He
going
going
on the
in.
back wall in the break room.
I'm gonna wake you up next
Look,
time when my
I had to
daddy
reel
tell me
myself
that.
back.
Listen,
I'm gonna wake you up next time for that. Yeah.
I like that.
Man,
That was powerful, there, Mike.
yeah, yeah, we got something going on, that sharpness, man. I'm gonna say it again for Chris, so y'all can have it up there when I come back. So the S stands for stability,
Right, that's right.
okay? The H stands for
Stability,
healing,
healing,
yeah,
stability, healing. What you say?
attitude,
Resilient
have the right
attitude.
attitude,
Uh
and
huh.
we can use the R as resilient,
Uh huh.
to
And
live in
purpose
your purpose.
to live in your purpose. There we go. Yeah, we still in that one.
Yeah,
That's tough.
that's sharp right there. Good gracious. Woo, that's tough. Oh, look. Everybody's up in here talking about, you better say it.
You better preach over
Yeah,
there,
Y'all,
nah,
boy.
for
You
this
that.
better.
this is what happens when we are together. Yeah, this is what happens when we are together and we feed off each other, because everybody needs that empowerment. And I'm just so excited. Let's keep. Oh my gosh, yo, listen, I don't even want to take a break right now. Um, yeah, so let's do this one right quick before we take our break. Let's do the fun side right quick. All right, so you ready?
Uh,
All right, so let's be real. Okay, so we got debates going on, we got the jokes going on, storytelling happening in the shop. What makes the barbershop one of the most entertaining places to be in?
mm.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Like you
Anything
That's
said,
can
right.
happen.
yeah,
Yeah,
all of that,
for
yeah,
sure.
all of that goes on, man. From the jokes and the storytelling, man. It's hilarious, man. And like you said,
Mhm.
when you just bring all these guys from different walks of life together, and usually a barbershop is like a tight nucleus. When you have a good shop and a good core group of people, man, they're all kind of like minded. And we really vibe together, man. Them LeBron James debates, man, they get real crazy around here sometimes. That
Definitely too
be
crazy. Definitely too wild.
those be the funnest ones. Michael Jordan the GOAT always, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I got that on the record. Michael Jordan the GOAT.
Oh,
Yeah,
But
but we
yeah.
just always cracking jokes. Just
Mhm.
always a topic of conversation to talk about. It's so many different conversations we have a day.
mhm.
So many.
And then now y'all crack me up a lot, and I try to be sitting down real still. This is the most that y'all have seen me laugh and rock back and forth unless I'm asleep. But one thing is for sure, um, I know every barber that's in the barbershop, the way that y'all are able to maneuver the conversations. I mean, that's so skillful and respectful, because like Chris said, you all, The barbershops are diverse. They're not just African American men, they are diverse. They represent the community at large. And when we are coming together, it promotes such power that it enables even the young children, man. Chris, even your daughter, right? Y'all, oh
That's my
man,
baby.
yeah. Listen. Okay. Listen. Let me just say this. So, y'all, when I walked in several times, Chris's daughter, and they have the front desk at the front door, and his daughter would come out, and she would say, "Hello, how are you?" And then I'll be like, "Oh gosh, I'm doing so well." I mean, you just can't, you cannot smile because you her energy and her beauty, her innocence, her love, her laughter makes you smile, makes you like, man, yes. And then she'll say, "Do you have an appointment? Is your name written down?" And I was like, "Man, she is so professional." And one day, y'all, I was sitting there and I said, "Lord, I would like to have something to drink." And next thing I know, this little girl came over. She said, "While you waiting, would you like to have some water?"
I got
Man,
it good.
yeah, I took that water. I was so excited. Y'all, this is what I'm talking about. The children, the kids are so invested. Chris, can you talk about the purpose of you and your wife fully investing in your children who may one day be business owners? I know you have a son that cuts hair and also do, I forgot the other part. He does
He does
some.
lots of stuff. Yeah, he's a natural
Yeah, yeah.
hairstyle. Mm. Yeah, he's a natural hairstylist. So my oldest son, he specializes. Well, both of them are natural hairstylists. One specializes in braids and locks, and the other one does locks and hair cutting and shape ups and things like that. But I'm just pretty much I'm following the blueprint, man. I'm one of those guys. I was an athlete. I was very coachable. If the coach had a secret way of doing something, I wanted to know about it, and I wasn't going to deviate too far. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do what he said because he said it works. And my mom and my dad have been that for me and my brothers. And I learned that it starts early. Um, we used to live in Brentwood West apartments, and there's a corner store right there off of Atlantic Springs Road and Atlantic Avenue, I believe that is. And we would want snacks and things like that. And my mom could have easily given us $1 or two to go buy a drink or a bag of chips. And now this is back when drinks was 50 cents and chips was 25. You know what I mean? Like easily prehistoric times. You know what I mean? She could have easily given us a couple of dollars, but she didn't. Instead, what she did was she sparked an idea, and she taught us how to earn because she taught us that when we ask, the answer could be no. But if you earn, the answer is always yes. You know what I mean? So she told us to go and take out the trash, knock on the neighbor's door and see if we could ask to take out their trash or sweep their patio for a donation. And we did. And I mean, and some days we do a bunch of yards and come back with $2. And some days we come back with $50. You know what I mean? And we'd have a feast in the playground. But we've always worked in my mom's business growing up. My mom's the owner of Cheryl's University of Barber and Cosmetology, and she's been the owner for over 30 years. And I mean, from a young age, from having to clean the building to passing out flyers and advertising to growing up and working in the building, she taught us the value of legacy and equity and ownership to the point where, I mean, I've never worked for anybody. I've been an entrepreneur my entire life. I don't know what it's like to sit in an interview. I've given interviews, but like to go and be asked interview questions, never. Because this is just what it's been. And so I'm starting the training and following that steps with my children now. You know what I mean? I made my sons go to hair school, so that they can. My oldest son's paying his way through college, braided. He's braiding his way through college. You know what I mean? And his grades is good because he knows what it costs.
Yeah.
It's the sacrifice he has to make to be able to be at A&T. You know what I'm saying? And so he's making his way through. My middle son, he's in it, and my daughter, we're teaching her. You know what I mean? That this is how we feed ourselves. This is your business, and you have to take pride in it. And so that every time you come in here, if you see something out of place or not right, or a customer needs something, you step in and make sure they have what they need. You know what I mean? And that's just what was taught to me. You know what I mean? I couldn't walk by a field trash can and not take it out. You know what I mean? Even if it's on my day off or whatever, or it's not my duty or my job. Everything is my job. And that's what I try to teach my kids, because this is what provides for us. And God says, if you take care of the little things, he'll bless you with the many. So try to pass that along.
Ooh, and then BZ, I want to touch on this as well. BZ, I remember when I walked in on one day, your father was in the shop, and I think he was cutting his hair. And then I think you had your brother there as well. I can't remember directly.
Yeah.
But BZ, how can you share with us that experience of you cutting your dad's hair? It's almost like a role reversal where dad would take care of you, and now you're taking care of dad. And what was that experience like?
Man, I mean, I don't know. It's just crazy how life works sometimes. Best way I can put it. Me and my dad, we really just started to grow our connection these last couple years, and we were distant for a while. So it's nice that I don't know. It just
Tell
whatever
your
you
story.
do, whatever.
Tell your story, Beast. Don't be shy.
Man.
Tell your story, man. It's the time to do it, man. Tell your story, man. They need to hear it. You don't know who else need to hear it, man. Tell it, man. Go ahead.
Man, just hey, me and my dad. It just we've had a very up and down relationship. Let's just say that throughout life. Him not seeing things from my angle, me not seeing things from his angle. We were just living separate lives. But it's different. Just being a grown man now from where I came and did what I had to do to get here, and now we're just two grown men talking, and it's different. Seeing him in my chair and stuff like that. It's like I know he's not a client. It's just like I don't know. It's hard to explain. Really, a lot of like the feelings and all the other stuff. Because me personally, I've grown mentally, spiritually, and me really bringing up anything that happened between us is I don't like backtracking. I just like going forward.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but it was a big moment to get to your question. A big moment. Being able to get to show my passion and what I do and how much I change people's lives and how much better I make them feel once they get out the chair, because I really do love what I do. Really do love it. Um, but just having my family there, I cut my family. There's not an event that I can go to where they're not asking me to bring my clippers, not asking me to cut. So if they watching, y'all lame for that. But I still love y'all. I'm gonna cut y'all every time because it's what I love to do. But yeah, it was a big moment, and having Chris there too. He's a big part of my process. So my dad even knows that how much Chris has been there for me. So thanks to him, where I am. And,
Absolutely, absolutely. Man. Woo. See, this is why y'all make people sharp. Because when you have stability, you have your healing, you have a greater attitude, you have restoration, so you can live through your purpose. And one of my mentors, Dr. Harris, he always say this to me. He says, things doesn't have to look like they're coming together for things to come together. And when we move forward, like you said, we don't have to go backwards. The windshield is wide for a reason, and the rearview mirror is smaller for a reason. And it's so, let me tell y'all, when I saw BZ cutting his dad hair, y'all, I was so like, man, this is dope. This is dope. I mean, I definitely can say, my dad and I, we at the age of 32 is when my dad and I really started to uh, build a relationship. And he celebrated his birthday, I think last week, 2 weeks ago, and he's like 75 now. And so it's so good to be able to. And my dad is watching. Yo, what's up, daddy? And it's so good to be able to have that healing, have that restoration, have um, that living in resilience, so that you can move in your purpose. Listen, I listen. I know. Woo, man, this is good. Y'all have truly, truly, truly given us so much details and insight about the barbershop. We are so excited that we're gonna have to we have to come back. We're gonna have to come back and put you guys on again for the next episode, okay? Because y'all know that there's more to them than what their title is. There's more to them, and we are going to have the opportunity to dig deeper into the things that they are doing. And so here, Huddle fans, please remember, uh, look, the next episode will be Friday, October the 17th, 2025. We will be here, same time, same place. I am just thrilled. Yo, it's not, man, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave because there's so much that I feel in this moment. But I know that your time has been well spent. Y'all got to cut some more hair, make the people sharp, you know. And so definitely, we would love for you all to stay on for a moment. But before we leave, Tiffany says, mutual respect from the clients to barbers and vice versa fosters an environment where everyone feels safe to be themselves. We make everyone feel comfortable, men and women alike. And she said, yo, this was good. I totally agree. Listen, we'll see you all next Friday, or not next Friday, but the Friday after next, October the 17th, 2025, where we will continue our conversation about the barbershop, which are dynamic pillars of the community. All right, well, BZ and Chris, stay on, and we will talk with you in a little bit. But to the rest of my Huddle fans, y'all take care. And remember, love on purpose, live in purpose, and work through purpose. We'll see you next time.